here, this bottom row is thicker than everything else. Up here I'm just putting a thin layer on, but down here is a little bit too steep this way, so I need to build that up about a foot, give or take. So that's why I'm putting full buckets close to each other there, but on this hillside it's just a thin layer of dirt. Alright, so now I got a pretty good layer of good dirt on here. The challenging part is going to be to get this thing graded down, because it's next to impossible to use a drag. It's very tight space. I got gravel here, and gravel here. So I'll have to figure out which method I'm going to use to try and get this graded and worked in halfway decent looking for a lawn. Alright, I'm working to try and get a grade on here at the house, and it's a bit frustrating working in the tight quarters because the tractor, you can't see the front of the bucket, nor can you see behind the box blade. So I'm going to try and just back drag it here. We had still a little bit of a low spot right here, so I'm going to try and get a few back drags with the excavator and just see how it goes here. It's finally dried up. You know, of course they keep threatening more rain here, so it's like you can't like really plan much. So you just do little bits where you can. So I'm going to give this a try here. Alright, so here is a kind of a midway look of a rough grade with the excavator. It's a little bit damp in a few spots, so I don't know. I'd like to get this planted, but I don't have the mats, I don't have straw, so I'm not prepared. Alright, I just ran the drag over the front lawn and I'm at a dilemma here. It's not smooth enough. I mean, yeah, I could plant it, but it's got all these hardened humps in it. See if you can see right there. You got a dip there and then a hump there behind it. Like, that's a real good size hump. So, you know, do I bring out the tractor with the box blade? Do I bring out the excavator with the blade? Do I bring the disc over it lightly just to break it up? I could till it a little, but that's usually too much. The tiller's just too much. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do next, and hopefully I'll show it to you guys. All right, which implement is going to be? It's like duck, duck, goose. The blade, the box blade, the tiller, which is in the barn, disc. We will see. Alright, so I ran the disc over it a half a dozen times, different angles and cross cutting to try and get this knocked down. This is the absolute hardest part of a lawn, getting it to lay flat. Landscapers, they use a power rake. Some call it a rock rake. That will do it on its own, get it level. But without that, I'm going to try and have gravity work with me with the drag and level this out. So I'm going to run the drag over it and we'll see how it comes out. Okay, that drag and the disc did a fantastic job of leveling this down. I mean, it is really nice. You know, yeah, I could try a little bit more, but all the humps are knocked out. Got a few pieces of gravel in there, but I learned from working with the landscaper that ain't gonna bother anything. Grass will grow in them and it'll just get buried in the dirt. So I don't know about where you guys are from, but from where I came from Wisconsin, just a front lawn like this and that little bit of a side there, this could be a $1,700 to $2,000 lawn if you hire a landscaper to come in and do this from rough ground. So it's these kind of projects that I can pick away at that allowed us to build this house and buy property. So now it's just a matter of seeding it down, throwing some straw on, maybe fertilizer, and running the sprinkler every few days, and hopefully we won't get blown out or washed out, and we'll have a lawn here before too long. All right, so I'm gonna double layer this seed. What I mean by that is I spread some seed out now, and I'm gonna run the drag over that to kind of get it raked in. And then I'm going to put one more layer on top of that, and then the straw. There's another look at how nice it looks graded out. Time to get some seed down. All right, and there she is. Would have been nice having two people on a job like this, but I've grown used to a one-man show. I didn't have enough straw as usual, so I spread it really thin. But I got the sprinkler running right now, right in that what's called the chute there. The north and south wind shoots right through that opening. So I'll try and get it all wet and packed down, and we'll water it and basically just hope for no torrential rains. Normal rain will be fine. The torrential garbage, this will all be washed away.